All right, all right, all right. What's up, folks? Let's get into it. Let's talk about the double standards with this football shit. With American sports, the whitewashing system, better known as the American sports system. And a lot of that is protected through the media, through white corporate media networks who, go about this scheme or this assistance that is provided to particular people based upon their race and to covering their secrets and to keeping it from blowing up into the public. We've seen this take place many, many years ago, a couple of decades ago, when it related to their favorite child and Ben Roethlisberger, who was having these allegations of sexually related forceful acts on women, a bunch of the blonde types. And, they hid this shit from the public. His team protected him to trying to, what do they call these people? These people who fix things, to keep things from breaking out into the public, to keeping attention away from these matters and to keeping everything in-house and dealing with it in the way in which the teams want to deal with it versus the way in which they project to the public as being the standards. Ben in here having multiple allegations of women claiming him forcing himself upon them sexually. And it ended up leaking when a reporter from over at ESPN became unhappy with this situation, where the editor-in-chief over at ESPN was stopping sports writers from speaking on the information that was being leaked over there to them. And they hid that shit. And so this story comes to me from my cousin Deuce Times. He had called me earlier about this shit with Kyle Shanahan. And he always spoke highly of the Shanahans and speaking about the system that they run, the style of play that he's developed from his dad. But the story began to rub him the wrong way because you find it in this current state of sports over in the NFL, even in the NBA. You have a small number, like a handful of black coaches over on the NBA side of things, and then you don't have no black coaches in the leadership role in the NFL. And so when you have Shanahan, who his story they're trying to keep on the wraps, and everybody's speculating, or we can come to the assumption, which is probably 100% true, that Shanahan ended up getting in this accident because he was high on some shit. He was either high or most definitely drunk on some shit, and he ended up fucking himself up. And then so you got this good old boy system taking place over there. You have John Lynch, white ass, as the head over there. But the issue that Deuce ended up bringing up was this guy that was brought over as an assistant. When you look at the black coaches whose careers have been fucked over, and their careers have been fucked over versus on allegations brought up by women, and not them forcing themselves upon women, but them having extra outside the relationship type affairs, the cooch being given to them consensually, and they lose their jobs and their careers. And for many of the coaches, the one in Michigan, he may never see himself walking out on the field. You had the dude over in Boston who lost his job, who was married to Nia Long, who got him a cold snow bunny. He ended up getting him a snow cone and shit. Nia Long, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, got a little bit old. He moved on. And they fired him from out in Boston, made this big ass deal about this shit. This white coach that is over in fucking San Francisco, that is second under Kyle Shanahan, is a cokehead. That motherfucker had been on here. I'm gonna pull his story up. This fool, even when you go on his Wikipedia, you can barely find the story on this shit. But this coach, second in command, had some viral video. I don't even remember the video. Deuce, salute. I'll drop the link in a minute. But Deuce is bringing this shit up to me about this dude. So I had to go check it. And this dude was on had blew up online where this fool, I'm gonna play this press conference so you can look how stupid this motherfucker looked. This dude had lost his job as an offensive line coach over in Miami after a broad he was fucking with had this fool send her videos of this fool snorting that shit. Now, the crazy thing in the way in which they protect this coach is when you type this coach name, even when you go online and type in his name, they hide the story of his past. Being typing in this guy's name and looking for him, his story is even hidden. So when I pull this guy's name up, his controversy isn't on here. They don't show any of that shit. They go into him as a coach, him speaking here. Let me see. Here's a video of right here of him resigning. I want to go into a news story. Let me move past that. Let me see. They talking about Kyle Shanahan. So they cover up the cocaine shit where this fool is online. Not that he was online, he was in there communicating with a chick, and the chick ended up using that against that fool and sending his ass up out of here after he tried to get ahead of that situation. So I'm just scrolling through here to show you how they protect these white dudes. Just show you how they protect these white dudes. So his story ain't nowhere in here. Nowhere on here. So this dude has been, after what happened with him, he's allowed to be brought back into football. They moved past that shit and resurrected his career back into the sport. So let me go into this dude, Chris Foerster. Oh, that's probably why it ain't popping up, because I typed this fool with the 49ers. That could be the other reason for that shit. So let me go into this one. Maybe I don't want to do TMZ. Let me find which one I can do. And because YouTube a trip with the paraphernalia, so I'm gonna find one that blanks this shit out. Y'all know. Okay, here it go. Let me back this one up. This one is from the Young Turks. So this is not one to glorify drug use. Because I remember I got a strike last time. Not last time, but when I was doing a video related to Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, to his drug use, YouTube got the tripping on me and gave me a strike. Matter of fact, I lost the channel over that shit. That was my third strike, and they ended up terminating one of my channels over that video. But here's this motherfucking San Francisco 49er coach and his history that they try to hide. But here it is.
Yeah.
Hey, babe. Miss you. Thinking about you. How about me going to a meeting and doing this before I go?
Beam him up, Scotty.
There's those big rains falling, but I miss you. I miss you a lot.
Now, Matt, look at this type of motherfucker. These are the type of motherfuckers getting jobs in the NFL based upon, there's a lot of these cokehead motherfuckers. There was also that little dope fiend motherfucker who is dead now that used to own the Indianapolis Colts. He had this same kind of shit going on. And the league did nothing but allow that fool to go to rehab, do all this other shit, and protect his white ass. And that same white dude, I can't remember what's his name, Erzal, whatever the fuck his name. He dead now, but he was a dope fiend. Let me see. Indianapolis Colts owner. Hold on. What was that fool name? That motherfucker was a stone cold dope head. And that mother and them fools try to protect it. Yeah, that was his name. Ursay, whatever the fuck his name is. That fool was on that shit. And this fool was only 65. They pull his shit up. How fuck up Ursay look, or whatever his name, Ursay, how you say this fool name, from the damn Indianapolis Colts. This is what the NFL, this is why I got out of watching the NFL and all this shit for so fucking long, because I don't like whitewashing shit at all. Look at this motherfucker face. How old you think this motherfucker right here was? How old? This a billion, or yeah, he a billionaire. It says it right there. How old you think this $1 billion scumbag motherfucker of America, how old do you think this scumbag was? He's so fucked up looking. And this is a fool in here where they suspending players based over behavior detrimental to the team and drug and alcohol violation, league policy violation, that this fool is allowed to be the biggest dope head in all of America. He ain't have to go through shit, and he just a crackhead motherfucker. This motherfucker on here looking like he probably in his 90s or some shit is nothing but 65 when he died. He probably in his 50s in this goddamn picture. That's how bad this fool got hooked on that shit. When he kicked the can, this motherfucker 65 years old. What are you doing dying in Beverly Hills? Nigga on the team in goddamn Indianapolis. Look, and he a fucking immigrant. He was born in 59 Lincolnwood, Illinois, as a son of Harriet and the Chicago businessman Robert Ursay. Where the fuck his name is? That's his fat face ass father. Says his father was a Hungarian Jew. Says family and his mother says was a daughter of Polish Catholic immigrants. New arrivals. This is a problem in America. Is the handover of this nation to the people that land on Plymouth Rock, or however that shit go. This is the thing that people have to wake up from and put it into this type of shit and these type of motherfuckers being allowed to just flow through this damn system and not be challenged and not be talked about. But we want to talk about border walls and stupid shit. But this fool, let me see, he was an American businessman who was the principal owner, chairman, and CEO of the Indianapolis Colts. Says from 97 until his death. And he probably died from an overdose. He probably doing this shit. Lindsey Graham was probably doing the same shit. Says having previously served as general manager of the Colts in 84 to 96. At the time of his death, Forbes estimated his net worth as $4.8 billion. He probably smoked that shit up. He probably died with $0. And when he checked the bank to go buy another rock, the bank said insufficient funds, and that nigga died. That's what happened. Says he was a surviving child of the businessman Robert Ursay. Says who acquired the Baltimore Colts in 1972 for $12 million and moved them to Indianapolis in 84. So that's how they got their bread. They ended up buying the Colts back when the Colts had nothing but white players on the team. And then when all these black niggas came up in there, boom, all the teams worth $1 billion overnight. This shit, they back in the slave system. Like, we back good. We get all these old slow ass farmers the fuck out the league and bring these old fast rocket engine ass niggas up in this motherfucker and still make the quarterback the highest paid in this shit and bring the old Ku Klux Klan fans in this motherfucker who gonna marvel over how brilliant these black folks is. Now, this is what bring this shit up to. I was kicking it with the OG cat earlier at work, and we was talking about this shit. Cause we was talking about, he was in the Marines, and we talking about this experience of how to check motherfuckers on this racial shit all the time. And so this dude was talking about when he grew up in Louisiana about the segregation he dealt with coming up in life and shit. To where in their town they had segregated schools, the segregated movie theaters, where they sat at the top of the in the balcony in the top, which is probably the best place to sit in the movie theater in a fucking way. And they gave the whites the seats up front and shit. But it put the whites at a disadvantage to where they'll throw shit at the white folks and shit. But he was talking about when they had at their school where they were going to have this race-based football and shit. So in their town, they're gonna have the whites versus the blacks. And the school or whoever was the athletic program immediately put it into that shit and wanted to mix the teams because they knew what the fuck would happen if this sports event would have been blacks versus whites. It'd have been probably 1 trillion to 0, or maybe 3. Maybe the kicker would have kicked a field goal or some shit. That's how the game would have ended. So they want to break that up. But he was saying that growing up, he used to fear the fuck out of whites. He was terrified of whites. And guess where his terror of whites come from? He stated it came from his mother. I'm gonna get back into this Ursal shit. It came from his mother. His mother's always taught him this fearful shit of white folks. He said the day he lost that shit and stopped fearing these motherfuckers based on this type of shit that his mother implanted and fucked this psychology up of having them being afraid of these people, because his mother worked as a servant in these folks' house. The mother was in there working as a maid, which is a job that a lot of young black women had to take on, because women couldn't go out here into the industrial world and find jobs and shit. That wasn't a thing that women found as work. But to bring in additional incomes, black women from all, even throughout Los Angeles, black women was doing. They go right out to white residents and clean the homes of these lazy, dirty little fucking whores who come from where their husbands are earning a lot of money. They don't want to work, clean the house, so they pay somebody to clean it. And so black women go there, clean the house, watch their kids, all that other shit, while the bitch probably run down the street and get fucked by some other man. So he was saying that while at this movie theater, he had the movie, and in a movie, like I said, the black sit up top, the white sat down at the bottom. And he said a white dude they were throwing shit. That's what they're doing. They were throwing popcorn and shit down at the white folks and shit. And so it caused a melee. But he said, but this other thing he put out, there were black theaters and white theaters. And then something happened where they brought in this mix movie theater, but the black sat up at the back, which is at the top. You get a better look. And these how dumb these old racist motherfuckers is. To sit at the top balcony, you get a better look at the fucking movie screen than sitting up towards the front and shit. So the white dude said something, they just start throwing shit at this white dude. And the white dude pointed at the one black dude and said, meet me outside, I'm gonna fuck you up. And so he said that when he seen that shit, he was terrified, because I say he was scared of white folks. He thought of white folks as the supreme gods. They were supreme, like how black niggas always love using the word white supremacy, white sucker primacy, and just empower these fucking people. And so when he watching this shit, he's scared for this black dude. He thinks this black dude gonna get his ass whooped. He said when they leaving this movie theater and shit, he's shaking in his boots. But like I said, the black dude who threw this shit and told that white dude he gonna whoop his motherfucking ass when he see him out there, when they go outside, he said that black dude beat the dog shit out this white dude, whooped his ass. Police show up. Then he said he was tripping. He said from there, all that shit of what he had a fear for these folks, that shit died. That shit ceased to exist at that moment. He watched a black dude defeat this fucking belief that he had that was put into his head by his cowardice ass mother, based on probably her experiences in the South and shit. Or it gets passed on. It ain't even their experience. It's the shit that gets passed on. As many people pass on these beliefs that they have never experienced in life. People will share stories of racial-related shit and never experienced it in life. Police-related incidents that they never experienced in life. So a lot of people just pass on shit that they get taught, that they hear from others' experiences, and then they begin to absorb and play out like they lived this shit. So he said when the cop showed up after this white dude gets his fucking ass whooped, he said the police show up and the police talking shit. So he like the black dude start talking shit to the cop. Like, nigga, if you took your fucking badge and shit off, I'll whoop your ass too. He was like the cop out there, nigga, takes his fucking uniform, takes his hat off, all that shit, and squares up with the dude. And he said this black dude whooped that fucking cop ass. And now that black dude got his ass arrested, taken down to the police station, and you already know what they did to him when they took his ass down there. They beat his ass. That's what happened to the black dude. But the black dude made his point. Don't you fuck with no black motherfucker. It was as simple as that. So going back to this shit with Ursal and this bullshit about how the league allows these certain people to get away with so much shit. So let's see. Ursal father Robert says built a fortune estimated to be 150 million. That's successful. heating and air conditioning contractor. How the fuck that nigga was selling drugs? How you making that much money off of heating and air conditioning in Illinois? Like, get the fuck out of here. All right, so let's continue on. Then they're selling drugs and getting welfare from the U.S. government. That's how that went. So let me go into his substance abuse. So this is Irsay. This is why Irsay looks so fucking old. On March 16, 2014, Irsay, I guess I'm saying it for Irsay, however you said his dummy's name, says was arrested under suspicions of driving under influence and drug possession in Carmel, Indiana. What's the drug? Can we get the drug? Says Irsay or Irsay, however you said his fucking, what's this fool first name? Jim. So Jim had multiple bottles of prescription medication and more than $29,000 in cash in his car at the time of his arrest. So he's about to go find the dope man. The dope man missed out on making $29,000 off this dope fiend ass football owner in the white ass Ku Klux Klan FL, where it's a dreamland for white dudes who ain't never played the sport of football, ain't never earned their way through the sport of football to get jobs under teams owned by white folks like this. This is why I've always had these conversations, even through the years, about what's your team? What's your team? And like I say, I don't got a favorite team because there ain't no owners who look like the players, and there ain't no owners who look like me. So I don't give two fucks about any NFL team, any basketball team, none of that shit. Because I understand with what's at play with these sports. I understand what's at play with Hollywood. That's why niggas going to hold on, let me exit out here. Like I be stating, when people we be on here and they talk about movies and all that shit, and I tell these motherfuckers I ain't seen a lot of these movies because I don't rock with that Hollywood shit. I don't be watching this shit, and it's like people complaining because they put these British actors in the fucking films and people crying about that shit. Like, fuck you getting a fuck about a goddamn movie for and shit. Yo, need to be entertained ass niggas. Like, you fools is crazy. But give me one second. But like I say, I don't follow none of that shit. Like, fuck all this whitewashed ass bullshit. And then so this fool about to spend $29,000 on the dope. Says when he was arrested, with prosecutors claiming that Irsay tested positive for oxycodone and hydrocodone in his system, or codeine, however you say that. So he was tested for both. He was so downed out. This motherfucker had the oxy and the hydro of the codeine, where the fuck it is. That fool was doned the fuck out. He needed oxy and he needed hydro. That fool is a high ass nigga. He wanted oxygen and water with it. He says multiple felony charges were subsequently pleaded down to a pair of misdemeanors. So anybody else, and that's the problem with these fucking prosecutors of America, who are also part of this Epstein line chain of how government has been infiltrated by these particular type of people who comes from these networks of funneling people through the world of leadership within this country, who become the decision makers. They all go through these certain type of Jesuit ass fucking Christ-like church schools and shit. And then these are corrupt ass people we get put in place for shit, who can sweep shit under the table for certain people and then push the full arm of justice of the injustice system on other people that they have it out for. Anybody else with $29,000 ready to buy some dope, prescription drugs, high as a motherfucker when they get pulled over, got oxycodone and hydrocodone in their system, would have been sitting under a fucking prison. So his felony charges are dropped. This same shit they did with the fool Ellis, who runs the McAfee software program and shit, a billionaire dude, and the bitch who was married into the Wells Fargo family. They out here getting high as a motherfucker. Damn near overdosing at the damn Caesar's Palace or one of these high-end ass hotels. And they and one of them in there, the bitch in there tripping because she can't get in the room. They bust in the room and find all types of drugs, thousands of dollars worth of drugs in this room, and all they get is community service and shit. anybody else who's been sitting under a prison for a number of fucking years. So Jim's daughter, Carly, says took over the day-to-day operations of the Colts while he was in rehab. Says on September 2nd, 2014, shortly after pleading guilty to operating while intoxicated and being sentenced to 1 year probation. That's all he got, probation. Anybody else would be in prison. Says Jim was suspended, because I don't know how I say his last name, Ursal, says Jim was sentenced. Jim was suspended by the NFL for 6 games and fined $500,000. Like that meant something. 6 games. This nigga ain't playing the goddamn game. Says in 2023 interview on Real Sports, Jim claimed he had been arrested because I am prejudiced against because I'm rich, a white billionaire. Ain't this about a bitch? Ain't this about a bitch? So he gonna go pushing this reverse racial shit, being that whites are discriminated against in this country. So whites are going through something. You know, these white folks sat here and cried for a long time about how they're losing this stolen land ass country of theirs, that he claimed to have been pulled over because he was fucking white. You can't make this shit up with these crazy motherfuckers. He is prejudiced against because he's rich and a white billionaire. What a comical motherfucker. That's why you dead. That's why your funky ass is dead. In a report released by TMZ in January 2024 and repeated and partially verified by other news outlets, Jim was found unresponsive and struggling to breathe at home and was taken to the hospital on December 8, 2023. He received a dose of Narcan. So the nigga high off of fentanyl or meth. Ain't they, or do they get that to all drug addicts who overdosing? But regardless, it's a little funky crackhead motherfucker, and there's many other funky crackhead motherfuckers all throughout this NFL at the highest level. I wouldn't even be surprised if Goodell is on that shit. Goodell always look high than a motherfucker. Skin is red as a fucking pig's. He on that shit too. But they trip if you in there getting a little bit of pussy from a bitch giving you pussy and shit. So they had to they gave him some Narcan. He's so high as fuck, the Narcan couldn't break the motherfucking dope up. Says the medicine that reverses an opioid overdose. So this motherfucker is so opioid the fuck out that Narcan couldn't did it. They probably need to hook the Narcan to a fire hose just to get him enough to reverse the effect. So they got to match up. That's how bad of a dope head this sorry ass motherfucker was. And he was young as a motherfucker when he died. He died in his sleep at a Beverly Hills hotel, says, from cardiac arrest, complicated by pneumonia. So this nigga so hooked on that shit, he got pneumonia and still hitting the pipe. This nigga deserved to fucking die. Like fuck Ursay and all these other motherfuckers. On, let's see, this is January 23rd, 2026. So that's this year. Says it was announced that Ursay's death is under investigation by the FBI and DEA after it was reported that Ursay, or Jim, says was being treated with opioids and ketamine before his death. That nigga get treated by that shit. Ah, fuck that pneumonia medicine. I need dope. Ah, oh shit. That nigga over there getting the Michael Jackson drip in his arm of motherfucking methamphetamines. He's so hooked on that shit. Let me show this nasty face retarded motherfucker that they allowed to buy football fucking teams. These type of motherfuckers. Now going back to this retarded motherfucker that gets the job over with San Francisco. Let me see. Let me pull his story back up. What is this story? Yeah, so this retarded motherfucker who gets the job with Kyle Shanahan, who Kyle and him, and they're doing this shit together.
What do you think? Crazy?
And now he ready to get on football field.
It's gonna be a while before we can do this again. Because I know you're gonna keep that baby.
Some players on the team ruining their fucking careers and all that.
How much I miss you, how high we got together, how much fun it was. So much fun. The last little bit before I go to my meeting.
Just dropped a little bit.
Was that fucked up yet? You think? I think not. I wish I was looking this.
You can imagine what he says next.
Wow,
he has since resigned. He says that he is going to be spending time with his family and medical professionals.
Okay, I don't know what my favorite part of that video was. The particles falling out of his nose. I know we can't do this for a while because I know you're going to keep that baby. Or I wish this was licking your.
Go through all this other shit to even get opportunities to coach. Like they was doing this shit on the pivot where they brought Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson, and a number of HBCU football coaches who only opportunities to fucking coach, former players who at the top of the game, who struggle to get positions, who want to get back to the youth that look like them, that's a reflection of them, and have to go to these black universities, which are underfunded because they don't receive the same welfare duplicated dollars that white universities receive and shit. That's what props up the Yales, the Harvards, the UCLA, USCs, and we see it with Donald Trump playing pimp to all these homemade ass universities, cutting funding and all that other shit, which is so needed by, that's why they have these immaculate looking fucking campuses and shit, because the federal government is propping money into these universities. So much money going into this shit. And then you have the sports program. And then even with Deshaun Jackson and Mike Vick and the other coaches speaking about what they got to deal with these young black kids and shit, is the money. Nothing's wrong with them making the money, but the HBCUs don't have the same kind of dough that these white universities get. But let me go into the comments. Deuce, you want to jump on, or anybody want to jump on? I'll drop the link. I know Boxer says what's happening. Deuce time in the building. This is where I'm covering this story. Cuzzo in there sent me, they had called me about this topic. And then Vinny Holt says they need to fire the whole San Francisco PD, says, for the Shanahan cover-up. Yeah, all these motherfuckers got to go, man. But this is the problem with the good old boy systems and shit. Even they do this shit for some of these black dudes, along the black dude in good grace with these old good old boy white dudes who have the connections. They get shit thrown to the table for their asses. And this is the problem with the rigging in the system and voting the wrong people. Y'all get these motherfuckers out of the little welfare system 1% class up out of this motherfucker. And they have to start earning their incomes. It's a bunch of these old Jim Irsay motherfuckers in this damn world. Crackhead, nothing ass rich motherfucker. I would be surprised if the youngest Donald Trump kid ain't a dope fiend. That nigga dope fiend. Same thing with Ronald Reagan. This is the other thing people love to hide. Let me see if I can find anything about this shit. The things they love to hide, he says, I'll jump on, says, we're going to echo, he says, he's just going to echo what I'm saying. Okay, so you don't want to jump on? Now, let me find Ronald Reagan, because the other thing, like even with Reagan and them pushing all this dope shit through our communities and the communities of our communities throughout this damn country, shipping this dope through this motherfucker, and Reagan's daughter being a dope head. Let me see if I can find that shit. Does anybody have that shit? I remember doing a whole live stream about Ronald Reagan, dope fiend ass daughter. Ronald Reagan daughter on drugs. She even denounced Reagan. She don't even fucking claim that nigga. Says, let me see. This bitch go by Patty Davis. Ronald Reagan, this is on Alzheimer's addiction. Oh, let me go here. So let me see if I can pull up something with her talking about her drug addiction. But she was a big time dope head. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Reacts to Ronald Reagan. Oh, wait, here she is reacting to her dad on jokes. I mean, on drugs and shit. Let me see. Because she dropped his name. She don't even carry his name and shit. Oh, let me see. And like I say, I did that live stream on one of my old fucking canceled ass channels and shit. Let me see. Well, I see Mark got one of the show. Oh, matter of fact, I'm on there with Mark. Mark got it on his channel with the one we did on Ronald Reagan's daughter, her crackhead ass. Let me see. Ronald Reagan on drugs. Let me see. Daughter, Patty, father. Hold on. Where is this shit at? me see. Let me get into her shit. Hold on. Damn. All right, so this one might be good. Let me find out where I can find it. See, a lot of people don't even know about his daughter. Like I say, she dropped the Reagan name. She didn't even claim his name and shit. Let me see if she talked about her drug addiction. All right, let me see. Oh, let me find her. I'm pull her ass up. Then you got goddamn Romo ass caught up on that shit. You had that fool. I see one of y'all put the comment on Mark Sanchez ass. All right, hold on. Hold on. All right, let me pull this up. So here it is. This is Ronald Reagan's daughter. So while Reagan and Bush are shipping drugs throughout the country, his daughter
Amazing, because I think you were doing that before everyone else was.
I
got in trouble for it too. I know, but just think about it. It's really interesting how times change, right?
Yeah.
Because you really, it really feels, as you've shared, it really, many of the times it feels like you're just trying to help other people by sharing, help them along their journey. So for example, you've been very candid about the challenge you had with drug addiction, which, I did not know, and you shared the other evening with us. So I'm sure there's some people in our audience who have gone through similar experiences or have a loved one who've gone through something like that. And I was just wondering if you would tell us some of the key takeaways that you learned from overcoming your situation, or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I got addicted
to. So this right here is a good old bitch made funky dirt bag Alzheimer's fall off a horse and crack his head. Ronald fucking ain't shit Reagan, Donald Trump's mentor and daddy. Who knows? Donald Trump probably was fucking doing little homo shit with Ronald Reagan. Like I say, this is Reagan's daughter. And her name ain't Patty Reagan. She didn't fuck with Reagan because she became a crackhead. She said, damn, daddy, what's the shit y'all shipping? Is it flour? Let me taste it, daddy. I want to go bake a cake. And that bitch cooked up a whole pound cake. And she got to chewing on that shit. She put a candle in her cake, and the candle started burning down that cake and got her funky ass high as fuck. And she couldn't stop it. That's what Reagan did with his daughter. She took the shit him and Bush was pushed through the White House and baked her cake, put a candle on it. The flames hit her cake, and the smoke in the air got her ass high, and boom, it was over from there. But that's her. That's her. She got that big ass quagmire nigga face. So let me continue on. This lady was and I done heard cats on here. I forget who put that one out. That she was even coming into like LA dope houses and shit. That I think it was something, and they hide a lot of this shit. They hide so much shit. There was shit that there was like dope houses this bitch was coming to. And this is probably one of the reasons why they start getting so hard about the fight on fucking drugs and wanting to go so hard at drug dealers and shit. And the drug houses, because his daughter was in this shit. And before that, they found Patty Hearst before they had the dope houses in the black house in the hood, get her little motherfucking cooch worn the fuck out. But let's finish off with Ronald Reagan's dope fiend daughter. Let's hear what she talks about with her drug addiction. Let's hear this shit.
to amphetamines, to diet pills when I was like 15, I think.
Woo! A 15-year-old crackhead. Let me back that up. I ain't said it. She said it. She's proving me right.
I got addicted to amphetamines, to diet pills when I was like 15, I think.
President's
15, 16,
daughter.
probably 15.
By the way, I remember girls at my high school taking those for
Yeah.
sure. 100%.
There were
Trust me. I remember seeing, and I think that's the age, especially in white areas, to where young white kids are definitely doing these drugs. Because the first time I ever, like even me growing up, I don't think kids at my age, like I say, I grew up in around like one of LA's most predominantly black ass areas. And at a young age, I don't think people around us talked about drugs. We seen crackheads and they were like you didn't fuck with that kind of shit. And back then, I don't even think blacks was really touching weed. Young blacks were even touching weed like that. Like, but then again, maybe it's just something that died off, because I know young black kids in the 60s, street-related black kids in the 60s smoke weed. There's probably a lot of weed pushing through, but I think as the youth from the 60s and 70s became adults and parents, they probably monitor to make sure their kids didn't follow down the path that they followed. So when I was coming up, I didn't find many of my friends doing weed like that. But no, then again, that's a lie. They did start smoking weed because we'll start popularizing that shit was the Snoop Chronic album and shit. The Chronic album shit. Because I remember some homies coming there who really came from families where their parents would give fuck. They come walking in class smelling like weed like a motherfucker. And guess what? Aura gave these motherfuckers, being some of the coolest kids in the school. Just walk in, eyes all low, bloodshot, and they having the weed smell on them. And guess what? The little young bitches our ages was on these motherfuckers. So guess what? With other motherfuckers, see how the bitches react to that. Now they gotta hit it, or may just be around it to get the smell on them and shit, to look like they cool, they grown, they are above the law. But let's go back into Ronald Reagan's daughter, because this bitch was at the dope house. But like I say, you don't hear really much about drugs like that in black areas. Now, like I say, the first time I start hearing about only drugs I remember was crack. You didn't fuck with none of that shit. And then you hear weed start becoming a thing, but not that much amongst young people. We didn't hear about drugs. Now, the white school I went to, I'll be hearing them motherfuckers talking about acid. They love Jimi Hendrix, and they talk about that nigga doing that shit and some other people doing it. Fucking what else they talk about? They talk about fucking shrooms and shit. I heard that back when I came back to California. They go on the guard, the whites and Mexicans on that shit. I hearing these fools talk about speed. I didn't know what the fuck no damn speed was. They're like, damn, what kind of, I like, these niggas got a problem. Like, what the fuck wrong with them? And they bitches do that shit. Oh, white girls and Mexican girls and drugs is a motherfucker. This is why they be doing so much freaky shit. This is why black dudes want to fuck with white girls. They do all type of way out freaky shit. You feel like a porn star with the shit they let you do. But let's finish with Ronald Reagan crackhead ass daughter. This is what goes on in the rich world. These motherfuckers lies because their families have stripped them away from being regular people, being able to play amongst others in society and isolate these motherfuckers. And then these people have all type of mental health disorders start to creep up out of their fucking mental, and they have to cope with shit through drugs. That this motherfucker who is poisoning America's black community failed to watch what's going on in his own motherfucking house. And his sorry ass wife failed to watch what's going on in his own fucking house. He says, I don't really smoke, says, till I was an adult. Says when I he forgot when I was a teenager, says I thought I was going to be Warren Sapp, says, or Nate Newton. He's on his football shit. And it's
called rainbow pills, okay. The ones that I initially, and they were in different colors. Each color had its own strength. Wow. And I met somebody when I went to boarding school in Arizona, and I met somebody who came back from vacation, and her sister worked in a doctor's office, and she was ordering the medication. So she was like ordering all these amphetamines, taking them herself.
All these motherfuckers drag drugs.
And then she would mail them to me at my boarding school in Arizona. I'd get these like little envelopes with pills in them.
Yeah, they charge.
I think was a federal offense even back then.
Oh, look, a rainbow has arrived.
They try to send her ass to boarding school to cover that shit up. Oh, it's a commercial. Oh, let me skip this commercial.
And I was a mess. I mean, my heart was screwed up, and I'm sort of a testament to it's not that easy to die, because I was kind of working on it. You know? Yeah, like the human body is amazing. Okay. Yeah, you know? Yeah. And then I kind of got off. I also used to like black. Then I would get black beauties.
What were those? What are were they?
Those were called biphetamines, and they literally were in a black gelatin capsule.
She
They
on
were
meth.
so powerful. When I first started taking those, I would cut the capsule in half, or I'd pour it in, half.
This Ronald Reagan's daughter, the dope head bitch.
Of it out. Eventually, I could take a whole one, and
Gee
it is astounding that I'm still alive.
You're coping.
Look, she's so fucking immune to dope. She talking about this drug was so fucking powerful. She had to take half of it, and got so hooked on this shit. She was taking a whole motherfucking thing.
Gelatin capsule. They were so powerful. When I first started taking those, I would cut the capsule in half, or I'd pour it in, half of it out. Eventually, I could take a whole one, and it is astounding that I'm still alive.
You're coping. You're finding certain ways to cope with your situation.
Yeah.
And so just keep. So how did you get off it, or what would you say to people who?
There was really no rehab then. I mean, maybe there was in hospital. You'd have to go to a hospital or something. So I didn't do that. Secondarily, I got off pills because I thought, okay, a thread that has run through my life was my father telling me that God put everybody here for a reason. And that's come up for me so many times. And it certainly came up for me with drug addiction, that I thought, God could not be smiling down right now and saying, "Oh, good girl, go take some more pills."
Taking pills cannot be the reason I'm here.
Exactly. It can't be the reason. So I was taking pills and then writing furiously. I was writing poetry at the time, so I thought, well, I'm doing something, and I'm but the pill part, not so much. And so there was that. But then secondarily, I kind of got into cocaine, because it was like, that was the direction of my addiction. It was that speedy thing.
I never
talk about it. Took downers or anything like that. I just wanted to be speedy. And,
there was a lot of that going around that time as well.
Kidding.
By the way, a lot.
Look how they.
And then
look how they soothed each other with that shit, and tried to make it was okay. There was a lot of that going around. Salute the Maryland. Salute. It's okay. It was a lot of that going around. If a black person say that shit, well, the LAPD needs to do a better job. Where was the police at when you were doing this shit? You needed to be cured of your addiction by going to Pelican Bay. That's what you deserve it. To help save you, LAPD needed to arrest your black ass and send you to the place to save you, San Quentin. God damn it. Alcatraz or something. They make an excuse. It's okay, little lady Reagan. It was a lot of that going around because they was on that shit too. They probably related to motherfucking Bush as well.
Trying all on my own to get off cocaine, and I was living in Topanga at the time, and I'd split up from Bernie Ledden, and so I was living.
So this is why this is why some LA dope dealers was saying this bitch was coming to the hood, getting high off of crack when crack hit. I want to see if she gonna get into that.
By myself, and I did this like juice fast, and I got all clean and everything, and I thought, okay, I'm cured. I'm no longer into drugs. And then I went to this guy's house who had cocaine, and I started cocaine. And now I've been fasting. I'm totally cleaned out.
This a year ago.
I laid there and at night, sure I was going to die. I mean, my heart was like beating out of my chest practically. And I got out of bed. I got down on my knees and I just prayed, and I went, God, please, I don't want to die like this. I know this is not what you had in mind for me. I don't want to die like this. And that was the last time I ever did cocaine.
Wow, scared straight right there, for sure. No, I've heard stories about that. When you go clean and then you think you can go right back to where you left off.
Yeah.
And then
your body's like, no, and people really vulnerable. Yeah. I was sure I was going to die that night.
Yeah. So if someone was struggling with this issue right now, is there any like advice you would want to give them?
Well, I mean, now there's so many.
All right, we don't hear your advice. We just know you was on that shit while your daddy in there poisoning the rest of the fucking country and shit. His own daughter a fucking dope fiend. But let me drop the link on this one. See you want to say anything they want to say, then we get off of this one. But like I said, this is the craziest shit about how the like certain people regulate society, they criminalize shit in society, but right inside of their motherfucking, under their own fucking roof, all this other crazy shit is going on inside these fucking hoes. Like this motherfucker got a full-fledged crackhead living in his house while they're systematically doing some terroristic shit inside of America. This is always the craziest shit I see when these fools want to send military assets into other regions of the world to escalate conflict and drop bombs and kill motherfuckers under the pretense of fight against terrorism, the war on terror and shit. We're trying to liberate the rest of the free world from these people who have issues with the freedoms we have and all this other retarded made up ass shit, but have all these problems going on as they perform terroristic shit inside of America. What's up, Cuzzo?
Really, what's going on, man?
Oh man, nothing tripping off of this shit you had told me about.
I know, bro. It's just it like the shit be like baffling to me. But like one thing I always remember with Stephen A. Stephen A. taught me something a long time ago. He said this one phrase that I never heard before until he said it. It's the golden rule. Those who have the gold make the rules. And that's the way these people live by. That's why I always reject all that shit. They talking about how somebody's supposed to be, how somebody drug addiction and this and that and beat their wives and all this shit they place on like black athlete and artists or entertainers, I should say. And like, oh yeah, it's his fault. He's doped up. You know, when you people are supplying the drugs, you're supplying the atmosphere and shit like that. So it's always like I'll reject all that shit. I gotta know the true story. You know what I mean? Right. Because like all this shit's always like what they say. You know what I mean? And these people are the worst people in the fucking world. This Epstein class shit, man, this shit been going on since the beginning of time. The Rothschilds and all these damn 13 colony people since the beginning of this damn country, bro. They always curated the rules and made shit the way they want to act like they want it to be. But these people are 10 times worse behind closed doors.
Right.
And if like their business was put on Front Street like our business, they'll have a fucking negative stereotype and you know what I mean, shit about them too. This fucking coach, he's supposed to be so great of an offensive line coach, and he's tied in with these Shanahans and all them. Like, man, that shit don't make no fucking sense, bro. If that was fucking Joey Porter, that nigga be fucking excommunicated from the league and shit. All the fucking like you bringing up Jim Irsay, and I like Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay was cool. He talked his little shit, you know what I mean. But for the most part, like all he wants his players to be drug free and all these niggas taking drugs, cocaine. When a player wants to smoke a little weed, they ruined Ricky Williams' career about some goddamn weed. And I think Ricky Williams could have been one of the best running backs ever. Nigga was big, tough, all that shit. And like this nigga want to smoke some weed and meditate and shit, and y'all tripping off of that. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, no, this shit is wild, man. And I hate it. Like I say, that is what's pulled me away from fucking following football, and then to see shit like this when the opportunity for coaching comes up, it's automatically given over to this other fool who probably shouldn't even be allowed back in the league, or not to be brought back in, and he's right up under the fucking head coach after being gone for so fucking long, which is crazy.
And you know, when I was reading the research behind him on that shit, when he got fired from the Dolphins, he went right to the 49ers. Like, they gave him a job right away.
Oh, he wasn't out for a while.
Any fucking time.
Oh, I'm thinking he was out for a while and shit.
No, he wasn't even out. Nah, that nigga was over there in Frisco, buried. Wow. They didn't announce it. They didn't have to clear it up with nobody. They hired this nigga on the staff. Because you know, the Dolphin coach was Shanahan boy too, Mike McDaniels. So you know they're all together and shit, man. You know what I mean? I fuck with it, but I don't fuck with it. Well, I do fuck with it
at all.
No, it's nepotism, bro. It make the world go round. I already know how that shit is.
but it's trash, and I think it limits to. I think a lot of the shit that they have going on with these certain kind of coaches, they limit the true talent level that probably really exists out there with football, and I think they hold it back. I think they add these limitations to how far and how great this game can be. There's just way too many fucking white coaches in it, and these white coaches have it out.
You look at these staffs, these coaching staffs, they're full of black coaches. You look at these coaching staffs, they're full of black coaches, and really, nigga, they always say the fucking like in the NBA, like nigga, winning the coach of the year is a bad thing. The niggas gonna fuck around and get fired. It's like a curse. Nigga, you win that coach of the year, you gonna get cursed. Like how many times did Phil Jackson ever won the coach of the year? You know what I mean? So like, nigga, being the head coach ain't really shit. They don't want to do that shit like that. Some people do, but a lot of niggas be like being assistants and defensive coordinators and all.
It's that money and shit.
Yeah, like us, nigga, we pay the assistants almost as much as the head coach. A lot of teams are like that. But yeah, I understand what you mean for having black head coaches and all that. But in actuality, nigga, that's a nigga get fired, the head coach. You get all the blame.
Yeah, they'll do that, but that goes back to the double standard in the system. A black dude is put on the chopping block so early in his tenure with a fucking team. You see that, and the media has an influence on that shit as well, because too much reject shit that goes on within these sports. That they listen that the words of fucking ESPN has power within the sports and the way in which teams go, the direction they go, the way in which fans react to shit. That a motherfucker can lose his job by having these people to start to kind of go on a witch hunt. That's always the thing what you use through media is to have these follower ass people buying to a narrative that's pushed from out of one of these damn networks and into the minds of motherfuckers, and they'll run with that and target whoever's the person that they're putting out there as a target, unless there's something that comes out there to counter whatever bullshit is out there. And a lot of times the counter to that shit comes out too fucking late.
For real. That's why I'm glad these players have their microphones and shit now. They can say what they feel and rebuttal all this shit, because it's been way too long. These fucking major networks and mainstream media has ruined so many people's careers and lives. Like nigga T.O. ain't nothing but a little fun-loving, country-ass Georgia nigga. And they make T.O. seem like he just, nigga, give me the ball, nigga, I'm gonna do this. Like, he ain't even like that. He talking shit, and nigga like to play ball, and he's competitive, but nigga, every teammate T.O. has always thought that nigga was cool. Like, oh, that's my nigga, you know, T.O. fuck with me, T.O. give me a loan, T blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? But let ESPN tell it, nigga, T.O., nigga with an attitude and you know what I mean, being a diva in the locker room, and he far from that shit. And they did that shit to everywhere he went.
Yeah. Because his confidence is more about the confidence and you know, he just had this shit that exuded in confidence and high belief in himself and shit. And them fools don't like a black dude when they like that.
Like that, they sure don't.
It comes to where black dudes shouldn't have to hide that shit. But like you say, you got to have a voice now. You got to have it through what the weapon they use, and the weapon they use is media. So there has to be a counter to the type of media that's out there. You got to control narratives. You can't let these motherfuckers run bullshit, especially with the fact that these people don't add nothing to the shit that entertains America.
Absolutely. And then Skip made a career of 50 years of being a hater, just hating on great people and shit. You know what I mean? Crazy shit like that. Like how the hell will you make a career out of hating on people?
Right, because it's what they do, and he represents what is too common amongst white America, and that's them hating on shit and going to get shit that's uncomfortable. It's no different than you watching the Alien films and everything within the Alien film. The alien ain't got to do shit. They just see something. The first thing of these films and the way in which they script shit is to view it as a threat and attack and try to destroy the shit. Or even try to justify it because they make it to where this thing is an evil thing coming to this world and shit. And that's the way they treat with the athletes and shit. These motherfuckers just got that twisted shit that they need to be called out for.
And that's why this social media and all this shit is perfect for all that. When them niggas put out a false report and some nigga quick on the microphone, no, this didn't happen, and then I didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, I like to see that shit. Nah, nigga, you ain't gotta be quiet about nothing. You can deny this shit. These niggas bringing down your value.
Yo, get right on that shit.
Right on that shit. Ain't gotta be quiet about nothing, homie. It's just crazy, bro. I couldn't believe how they gave that nigga a job. He had a little black little stripper bitch. He fucking with a black stripper bitch. And that nigga was on it. That nigga said, "Baby, I miss you."
Like that gotta be you gotta be a weak, weird mother. But he probably already on that shit. Turn this bitch on is her to watch you snort some dope. Like, y'all motherfuckers crazy.
Like, that shit sound like a setup. Yeah, take a picture of you selling them dope. like, that shit sound like a fucking setup. Like, what? Why would I do that?
Man.
I'm gonna come see you if you do this. Like, never mind.
Right. Way out, man.
She did that shit on purpose to set that nigga up. I don't know what he did to her. He must have paid her bill or something.
Or she probably just being a bitch.
Yeah, but nigga, she getting paid from this nigga, man. Like, what? You ain't got another trick like that.
No, it probably was because of his behavior. You know, he a dope fiend. She probably didn't want to be around that shit.
That nigga, yeah, fucking right. That nigga's probably showing up. Like, what's up, baby? Hey, what you doing here? You can see at the grocery store.
Yeah, he probably making it more than what it was and shit.
I think the nigga was married and shit. They were saying it said it was his mistress.
Man, them sucker ass niggas, man, get a new piece of pussy and don't know how to act.
It's crazy, bro.
Odds and all that shit. Or even forget about the bitch.
Nigga took that nigga somewhere he ain't never been before.
Man,
but that nigga was on it. But them coaches, fucking, man, they work like 12-hour days. Nigga, like, nigga, what you doing? This nigga ain't everywhere. You off that coat. So that nigga up.
And then the other thing, they probably around all them young fools coming in there with bad bitches. They probably like, shit, I want a bad bitch too.
Man, I don't know what happened with her. Why she blew the spot up. Because you obviously hoeing. And you know what I mean? Unless you got a fat clientele list, like, fuck this nigga.
Yeah, that's what it was. It'd be like, remember that one girl used to do that shit? What's her name? She made a name off of that shit. She a little light-skinned Indian.
Superhead?
No, it wasn't Superhead. It was a little one bitch. Cat Stacks. That was her name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was doing that shit.
Them niggas passing around the industry. I'm like, God damn, she ain't nothing.
She air motherfuckers out.
It's like she wasn't nothing. Skinny, little, she ain't had no titties, no ass. Like, what the fuck?
Nah, motherfucker, that's the weird shit with these fools. They getting little tiny bitches that feel like they doing something, handling that bitch.
Well,
hell no, give me a thick bitch.
Man, I ain't built like that. I was like, I don't see nothing on her. Like the superhead bitch, you know what I mean? She's light skinned, pretty, whatever. But this little white girl, like this white girl ain't shit.
Nah, a lot of that's them rapping motherfuckers. Them niggas is weird as fuck, man.
Man. She got everybody. Old niggas, young niggas, Snoop, Puffy.
Yeah, she blasted out Snoop. They think they're doing something, getting a non-black bitch. The fools really be on that.
Man, they just have any bitch in the world, bro. That's a little girl looking ass bitch, and she ugly.
Yeah,
she ain't like no all American snow.
The niggas may be pedophiles and shit. That's the other shit that could be with that shit. That's like a motherfucker with fuck a dyke. There's a little slight homo shit in that shit.
It is. I don't know. For real.
Nigga out there getting that. I see they was showing some shit that nigga, the rapper fool with Chris Sean. What's that? Blueface nigga. some clip that nigga constantly hollering at dyke bitches. Like, homie, you a fucking homo, man. That's why he be on that crazy shit with his treatment of bitches and shit.
That's wild. That's some wild shit.
Yeah, then they show him talking to one chick, she a fucking tranny and shit. Like, yeah, this nigga got something going on with itself.
That nigga's gay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of fools.
I seen it.
Yeah. Oh, you seen that clip I'm talking about?
No, I'm talking about seeing niggas out here trying to holler at trannies and shit.
Yeah, like these niggas is homos, man.
For real. That's gay as fuck.
Yeah, because they used to be. I used to trip even in the army. Man, used to be having where the like when the female units like facing deployment and they be bitches in there like on bull dyke shit, and them bitches are fucking around and get pregnant. We had this one nigga in my unit, man. This nigga knocked down. Damn, who can I say this bitch? This bitch looked like like how a gorilla sister is. Niggas knocking up them type of bitches coming up pregnant. This one nigga that became his baby mama. A bitch like that. He had more bitches than every nigga on that base and shit. Them bitches walk around in basketball shorts and probably wearing strap-ons and shit. This bitch end up pregnant. We look in there seeing this nigga with this bitch while she pregnant. Like, what the fuck? What the niggas is great? What the fuck is that shit like? I want to do the bitch on like a bitch or she the fuck the bitch saying to that shit. Yeah, nigga, come on, we'll fuck out of here.
You ain't like a punk. Nigga ain't that shit.
Like, nigga, what the fuck you fucking go real sister? Like, what the? Oh, that bitch ain't even got a moan in her motherfucking brain system anymore. That bitch rough and tough like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker, man.
You know, like, oh, that motherfucker. Like the bitch I fuck, that bitch is just a lesbian shit. She's still girly and shit. These niggas fucking boy girls and shit.
Man. A lot of these niggas are incels, man. Niggas don't get nothing. Ain't got nothing popping. I don't know the feeling, man. So
yeah,
I'll be worried about that shit. For real. It sucks not to have nothing popping. I don't give you fucking old, young, nigga. It's out here to get popping for you.
Oh yeah, all this shit is out here. All this shit, you just be having to watch some of these bitches though.
All of them, watch everybody.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's the most definite fact. I know I got to being a single motherfucker and navigating through this shit. Be having to definitely watch these bitches all day, every day.
That shit sucks, man.
No,
you
it
go
don't.
Get your relationship, playboy.
Nigga, please. Now I'm having a ball with this shit, nigga.
I know.
Crazy as hell talking about settling down. I'll be miserable, man. I can't do that shit.
You ain't found the one yet. One gonna tickle your fancy, bro.
Man, I ain't about to be shacking up. Like, fuck that.
You might.
I'll look at that shit like, damn, bitch, you cold as my.
No, just like, nigga, I don't know, bro.
Man, I can't see myself doing it, man.
One's gonna tickle your fancy, bro. That's what they made for.
Man, but they don't do that, man. These bitches, they've been raised wrong. That'd be the problem.
Yeah. I could imagine navigating in this dating pool. Man, nigga probably be in jail.
Man, I be seeing like older ladies I be knowing be trying to throw their daughters at me and shit. Like, man, I ain't about to fuck with your motherfucking daughter because she needs somebody. Like, hell no, man, I ain't doing that shit. Or bitches coming out of relationships thinking, and then what's the first thing we supposed to, like, bitch, I got kids to take care of. Like, nah, we ain't about to be shacking up doing this. I gotta give time to you. Like, nah. And then be like, I don't know nothing about you like that. Like, you attractive, might want to smash, but then I'll be like, what's your history? Like, are you crazy? How do you act? You ain't about to be controlling. I don't.
Yeah, time's gonna tell that. Answers won't. That's the last thing gonna tell you. Answers ain't gonna tell you that shit. Then time will. Actions will. That's what I say. You gonna find one you want to spend some time with.
Man, trust me, I I done been talking to a lot of these bitches, and they be the same shit pop up, bro. A lot of these shit.
Bro.
That's why I be clowning when I be talking about the bitches be always on this healing journey shit. I be like, that every bitch going through that shit. Like, God damn. Let that bullshit go. God damn.
That's that Facebook, Instagram shit, man.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers is programmed by that shit. They put them algorithms in your 10 things about me that I like and all this shit, and the girl it's his loss and all these breakup fucking memes and
daily affirmation and shit.
Yeah, all that
fuck out it with that shit.
Facebook and everybody.
Yeah, I'll be like, no, go ahead.
No, I was saying go ahead.
Yeah, no, I be like they be too damaged and shit. That'd be my thing. And me, like I say, with me, I'm a person for conversation. I ain't a person that's gonna lie into your emotions. I ain't about to cry with you over shit that ain't cryable. I'm gonna tell you to get over, and then bitches get mad at that shit. But like, no, that's the best thing for you. Let that shit the fuck go.
For real. And being solution oriented. You know what I mean? Like dwelling on problems and things like that. That's only gonna keep the problems around. Oh, okay. This happened. Well, what happened next? What are we gonna do about it next? And that's the kind of person I am. Those kind of conversations I would imagine having with a woman.
Yeah, but your shit been long term. You done had long term shit, and that's the best shit. It's the best shit to hold on. That's why I tell even how I am. I tell motherfuckers relationships, hold on to that shit. Don't fuck that shit over. If you out here fucking up, be real smart about the shit you'll get out here and do. And if you're doing shit on the side, but if you got that one chick you done been with for a while, do that motherfucker right. And hold on to that shit. Cause there's a lot of these motherfuckers trusting you getting in your 40s and shit. And you just meet these motherfuckers who probably done been in long shit they goddamn self. You don't know what they trying to look to get back on their feet. Looking at your ass is not, and that's the other side. A lot of these bitches ain't looking for a human companionship. They look for a motherfucker to help get them back on to finance some shit. Yeah. You ain't a fiance, you a financier, nigga. Like fuck that. I ain't sponsorship like shit.
I couldn't imagine, bro. I couldn't imagine. I've been out a couple of times lately this summer, and I was just peeping in observation with things going on, and I couldn't imagine being in this dating pool.
Yeah. Now, I be with me. I'm a single motherfucker. I like being to myself at times. I like fucking with a bitch and then can leave. We can go without talking to each other for a minute, get back on. I like that shit. I kind of always been like that. Like I done the relationship shit to it play out, and once it start playing out, I'll be done with it. Yeah, it just ain't gonna work. Yeah, it just can't, because it'd be like the bitches be beautiful in their spirit and shit, but the mind be so fucked up. Like I'm big on the psychology of a bitch, like where you stand at. Like how you deal with shit, how you cope, how you navigate through life. You just breaking down every old second. You in conflicts and drama and beef. Like I can't do that shit. He says, I think everyone should focus. Every day on controlling their emotions and having healthy conversations. Absolutely, in communications with each other. So we should be listening and learning from each other. Yeah, absolutely, motherfuckers should, but they don't. A lot of people don't, and that becomes a problem and shit.
Yeah, we're dealing with about a 25-year psychological operation that put amongst the people about emotions and feelings instead of like realism. Like this whole anti-bully thing that was going on maybe 20 years ago, the campaign and things like that, teaching people to not confront their problems, to go snitch, go tell, instead of confronting their problems and things like that. Right. So this whole we're raised up under people for 25 years, really no consequences. Like these people didn't grow up with standards in school. or nigga get a spanking. Shit, I remember nigga getting paddling at school. This shit's the school I went to. You know what I mean? That shit's unfathomable now for somebody to think the principal gonna spank your ass. So it's like it's just like we're dealing with like a generation of no accountability per se.
Yeah,
and
shit, yeah.
and that's what's really overpowering the people. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, there is reasons. There are excuses for things, but what is the solution? The solution is not to dwell on the reasons, cry about the negative responses you get, or maybe adverse consequences. The thing is, how will you grow from this? How will you be stronger to not let this happen to you again? And these people are not finding that part of it. Like you see this whole culture, nigga got paid me to fuck with me and all that shit. And you see that shit, and you don't think that's being a hoe, but that's being a hoe. You know what I mean? And they're to me, I'm liberal about the shit. Like, if that's what you want to do, you can do that shit. But don't play the game as if, you know what I mean, you're trying to be somebody's main person when you want to be a hoe. You want to be compensated for your time, I should say.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. That's the other thing you got to navigate, where bitch think the time is all about compensation and shit. Like, hell no. And not like you say, I'm all for it. I'm all for it for the people that's gonna pay for it. I'm all for it. I respect it. I respect the fuck out of it.
Man,
but I'm like, yeah, that shit is crazy as shit. But like I say, I'll be peeping the little bitches be and especially I'm at the gym. I'll be seeing this one little cold bitch, but when I see her and shit, I don't know if we got anything like, could we be like a little contact and connection? But I'll be looking at it, be like, all I want to do is fuck. Like, I don't even want to do that, like go anywhere with that shit. So I don't want nothing serious. Like, I want us to be able to like kick it, be cool. We can go hang out somewhere, but I don't want it to turn into nothing serious. Even if I was a holler, if I'm just looking too much into it. But this bitch cold in a motherfucker. But I'm like, I wouldn't want to do nothing with it.
Man, yeah. Well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But like I said, I still got time. I might have to holler at her and shit. Like, this little motherfucker cold in a bitch.
Hey, let's go to Jumbo Juice.
Yeah, but I be looking at she like, nigga, I ain't looking at you. I say some little slick shit to her, see if she all this shit.
Right, that's all.
I be looking like that. The shit this bitch, where all those she out there hoeing or what? Cause she come but nigga, the cheeks be out. That little bitch cold in a motherfucker. And I wouldn't just from how she dressed. I wouldn't take her into no serious relationship shit.
Yep. You come with your ass hanging out and shit.
Huh?
She would have got the ass hanging out and shit. Oh, you ain't got no respect.
Hell no. That's why I be looking like, I just want to fuck this bitch bad to the motherfucker though.
And going, yeah, you know, you going to the gym, y'all on the treadmill together, resistant bands. Fucking, what else you doing in the gym? Kettlebell. You ain't balling against no motherfucking body, so.
No, nigga, I'll be sitting right in front of me doing her workout. She know how to work out. Nigga, her little skippy shit. Nigga, I'll be like a real nigga. I'll sit there and just watch that shit. I ain't knocking over you nothing. You ain't about to have me moving and doing all this shit. I'm gonna look at you like a respect. I'm like a man. I'm gonna respect that shit. Like, do your workout. I ain't gonna make you uncomfortable. None of that shit.
Gawking over nobody, man. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, no, I don't be gawking at all. Like, she come in front of me doing that shit. Man, I'm sit there and keep my head straight ahead. Shit.
Right.
Man, I ain't about to be
now. I got real grown up shit.
I gotta do all this and this shit because you're in front. Be like, no, I ain't about to make you feel uncomfortable.
Huh.
Like, she must be comfortable enough to come over here doing that shit. So shit.
Huh. She ain't staying away from a nigga and shit, so she must don't think nothing.
Hell no. That's why I'm like, I might have to say something to her little pretty ass. She probably selling that motherfucker. Who knows?
Probably. Like working out and shit. Yeah, keep it right.
Hell yeah. But you ought to see this little motherfucker. That motherfucker That motherfucker slim to the motherfucker too. She's
My
slim
man.
as motherfucker.
My man.
Yeah,
Yo.
that's why I like this
Training
shit. I
camp.
like playing this field, homie.
Training camp busting out this weekend, man. The homies is ready to go. Dak look like he chiseled out of stone. Look a little bit more mature coming into year 10. Man.
Yeah, hey, 10 years
Defense,
in.
10 years in. 2016, first year.
Shit. What is the average length of a quarterback career?
About 10.
About 10.
About
Oh,
10.
so
He's still
coming
young. He gonna get another contract.
For real?
So hell yeah, maybe not with us. If we don't win no Super Bowl, he probably gonna leave. But
You know, he's 10 years at Cowboy. His career he gonna be back up.
Nah, nigga, he's still young. He's like 32. That nigga Dak still young. Nigga still got some meat on the bone. That's why he do his contracts like only 3-4 years. Give me 3-4 years, give me the max, and then I'll get another bite at the apple. He finna get another bite at the apple after next year. So he got 2 years to do something with us, or not. And he's gonna be in New York or whoever gonna pay him 50 million, 60 million a year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see where that nigga go. Like, I don't see
veteran
quarterback
veteran quarterback. Go wherever the hell they gonna pay him.
I see him being a good backup and shit.
Nigga's a starter, bro. Just needs help. That's all it is. He's not like Tom Brady or none of them superstar quarterbacks. He needs ballers with him. Like he needs help. So it like the only time he has good seasons when he got all stars all around him and great A+ players. Right. And there we go right now. He got A+ players around him. So this nigga throwing 5. We got the offensive line getting back together. The tackles need some help, some work, but we're working on that. We drafted a couple dudes. So, but the offensive line got better. We got stud receivers. We got some thumper running backs, cool tight ends. Like, and they got all the help.
Is this your every year assessment of the Cowboys, or do you really feel this shit?
I really feel this shit because the last 2 years we got hurt. We've been going to playoffs 8 straight years almost, or 6 straight years.
What was your record?
The last 2. What we go 7-10 or 7-11?
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. Huh?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And what about
we were hurt. Remember, our defense sucked last year. We lost. We traded Micah.
Oh yeah,
Trayvon Diggs.
I did fuck up doing that.
Trayvon Diggs fell off a cliff. All our linebackers suck. So, you know what I mean? And the year before that, everybody got hurt. That's when the coach got fired. Because he blew that playoff game, and then he came back in next year. Everybody was hurt. They didn't believe in the nigga. They fired Mark McCarthy. I think his bitch ass got another job. I forgot where he went to. Mike McCarthy.
Oh wait, who y'all coach?
We got
the chubby dude, right?
Yeah.
He got fired when?
We fired him last year. We had a different coach last year. First year coach.
I know
Brian Shanahan. Brian Schottenheimer. However you say that nigga name. Shotty.
He the kid of that old coach.
Yeah, the old Kansas City coach. Yeah.
Oh, here they go with that shit.
I told you, everybody in the fucking league is somebody's fucking son, nephew.
That's why I only care for the players. When I hear that kind of shit, that shit be like killing me off from even want to watch this shit.
No, that nigga paid his dues though. He been the offensive coordinator for a minute. Gang of winning teams. He won with Seattle. He was their first offensive coordinator. Yeah, Russell Wilson and all them niggas. He been around, so he paid his dues to get to the head coach spot. No. He did, my nigga. Keep it real. He was the
what's paying the dues being the son of a white coach from the open good old days of it really being about being white and coaching.
No, that nigga was really around coaching though. He got the opportunity because he's somebody's son. I can say that, but once he got the opportunity, he showed improved. And he got Super Bowl championships as an offensive coordinator.
Man. All right, well, so you got trust in this nigga.
Yeah, he's a player coach and he knows offense.
Did he
I
bring
don't know if
his
he's a
own set of
motivator.
coaches, or y'all got a lot of returning coaches and shit?
We got a lot of returning coaches. He was on the staff with fucking Mike McCarthy. That's why we hired his ass.
Yeah, I didn't know y'all fired that damn coach.
Yeah, it's stupid. I never liked the coach.
He's been there for a long ass time, huh?
Since COVID 2020. That was his first year.
Oh, wait. Who's the nigga that used to wear that hat? Let me type this nigga up.
Red Top, talking about Red Top, my man, Jason Garrett.
Garrett,
he should still
that's
be the
what I'm thinking
coach.
about. That's the chubby dude, right?
No, that's the
Garrett, the skinny nigga.
Yeah, with the red head, red skin.
McCarthy wore a hat too, I thought. He was kind of chubbier dude. Let me look at the Cowboys.
I think so. Yeah, he's chubby dude. He used to be Aaron Rodgers' coach.
Yeah, that's what I thought was y'all coach. I didn't know y'all fired that nigga.
We fired that nigga last year.
What they fire him over? The niggas.
He lost the locker room. He lost the locker room. We went to the playoffs 4 straight years with this nigga. He can't beat San Francisco. And then this nigga lose the locker room because he's not tough enough.
Shit, the 49ers just got a better built team than y'all.
It's Fred Warner, man. It's not the team. It's fucking Fred Warner, bro.
Who was that?
The middle linebacker, like the best player in the fucking league. This nigga Fred Warner, bro. It's him. When Dak sees him, he messes up. It's like Madden, nigga shake the screen. Like nigga can't pick the plays.
Scared of that nigga?
Scared of that nigga, bro. Him and Zeke. This nigga diagnose all the plays. This nigga know these niggas know the plays and shit, bro. Like it's crazy, man. Every time we see
y'all or something.
Nope, that nigga just I told you the best player in the league.
And
he's the best player in the league.
San Francisco?
Yep. Then they get interceptions, they get forced fumble recoveries, touchdowns, quarterback strips, they get tackle for losses. Like this nigga, this is like Ray Lewis, a faster Ray Lewis. He don't thump as hard as Ray Lewis, but that nigga get the niggas on the ground.
He tackling, yeah.
Yeah. He ain't like to knock nigga out. He gonna hog tie your ass. Like, straight up. Like he ain't been do none of that thumping. That's why he's so good, man. That nigga Fred Warner.
So you got faith in this nigga. I thought that nigga Mike McCarthy was there longer than 5 years.
No, he came in COVID. That was his first year, and Dak break his ankle.
And that nigga who was he coaching with?
Green Bay. He coached Green Bay for like 10 years. Probably longer than that.
I want to do this nigga got a new job somewhere. Well, let me check on him.
He do got. I forgot where he got hired at. He do got a job somewhere.
Steelers head coach. Ain't that about?
Oh, that's where he went.
Damn. Boy, that NFL ain't shit, homie.
Watch how long it take Mike Tomlin to get a fucking job.
If he ever get a job.
Right? He said he didn't want to do this shit no more.
He only said that shit to hide the fact that they ain't gonna give him a job.
Probably.
He trying to stay in a good grace and not exposing that shit because he probably ain't in a good grace of that the owners of that fucking team and not to put that racial related shit out. But he ain't gonna get no opportunity, and he been a hellified fucking coach.
They been trying to fire that nigga for 10 years. He still just keep going to the playoffs.
That is
defense top 5. They couldn't fire the nigga. I think he was in the playoffs last year.
I don't think they did.
I think they did go to the playoffs. Like they beat what you call it.
Who was quarterback? Oh, they had Aaron Rodgers weak ass.
Yeah.
Did Rodgers?
I think and they won the fucking game.
They did.
Yep, they beat my nigga.
And they still trying to bring Aaron Rodgers' sorry ass back.
He still want to play. He still throw it.
Like, because he an old white, and that's the other thing, because he an old white motherfucker. Anybody else, he be, man.
I don't know. Geno Smith still gets spots, and he ain't show he can do shit.
Man, Geno Smith, he gone now. Geno Smith ain't shit though. That was Pete Carroll, dumbass.
He got paid, and he balled out in Seattle. But he had all-stars all around him. So
I was just about to say that before I had to yawn and shit.
he had all-stars all around him. So
man, these niggas in the NFL, man, it's too much of white shit and whitewashing in these fucking sports, man. Like
I can't say that about quarterback position no more. It ain't the same way.
Huh?
I can't say that about the quarterback no more. But maybe like 30 years ago, but now half the quarterbacks are black.
Yeah, but they still try to force feed the white ones in there. They're gonna try that shit with at the collegiate level. They're gonna overlook all the other black quarterbacks who gonna be the main ones teams look at because they have all the intangibles, but they're gonna hype up the Payton dude, and then somebody else I seen with a kid they about to hype up. Another white kid that they got coming up out of high school and shit. Who's the son of one of these former players and shit.
Yeah, nepotism make the world go around. You tell you that shit, man. That shit is serious. That's just embedded in American society. Nepotism.
Yeah, and that shit don't work. They'll fuck around, kill the prestige of the league and shit.
For real. But that's still the hardest league to get into. The top 1% of the world, nigga. You're gonna play this fucking league. And that's just crazy. To make a practice squad. To even get invited to camp, nigga.
Right. That should be about your relationship with the coaches and shit.
Yeah, so when you've been in the league, but your relationship with these agents, really, the agents really the niggas that get you on niggas' teams and shit.
That's the shit I don't fucking get. Like, how the fuck do these niggas get? I never understood I never understood like the importance of the agent and shit. I just don't get that shit.
It's some more good old boy network type shit. You know what I mean? It's been busted open once niggas figured out the game. That's why they try to come with a little rule where you got to go to college to be an agent and all kind of shit. Or certain teams want to talk to niggas if you're not accredited. Because like niggas bust open that game, being gang of niggas is stripped these, especially the NBA niggas. They done stripped these niggas. You know what I mean? Me and nigga in the gym, me and nigga at Taco Bell, and he talking smooth and he got these connections and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he got power of attorney over your shit and spending your money. Come and go as you please, putting you on the allowance. These niggas, man, that game been busted wide open. So, like, the agents have these little. Back in the day, they be the ones who can talk to the owners and the general manager about players. You get a bunch of players under your name, and you can sprinkle these niggas out throughout the league, or even put them to one team. You know what I mean? And like you finding players, they finding players, and that was what it was about. Because they'll say some shit about you that you really don't want to hear. These motherfucking owners and general managers and shit. So the agent can smooth shit over, and like they got relationships, like I say, more nepotism type shit.
And then they're making stupid money and shit.
Percentages. And then sometimes, like when you're a young nigga, the agent nigga this the one gonna give you the loan. He gonna give you 50, 60,000. Because when he get you signed, nigga, he finna get about 90, 100 about you.
And this is the most bugged out shit. Like, here these niggas are being put in a high financial position based off the skills of other niggas that gotta go out there and put the work in and perform. Like, you the one that gotta deliver to even get the opportunity, but this nigga has all this pull and shit based on here, sign this nigga, he gonna do this and that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, yeah. It's got such backwards fucking systems to every fucking thing.
And then these football players,
sorry motherfuckers, man.
And and these football players ain't fucking rocket scientists or even college graduate. A lot of these niggas can't really comprehend the type of language these niggas talking, and they talking about annual percentages and this, we cut you on this and this percentage of this, that nigga head probably blow up. Some of them niggas. I ain't saying all, I don't want to portray that all football players are dumb, but we know what it is, bro. These niggas play football. They're not mathematicians, or, you know what I mean? They didn't go to school for that. Well, you know what I mean? So whatever. So those languages you aren't able to talk, and there's a monetary game behind that shit. I don't know, you know. There's all kind of hustles out here, man.
Man, fuck the damn sports agent. That shit is some of the biggest bullshit con gang shit that they pull on brutes, niggas who are viewed as brutes and lacking intelligence. Shit.
Yeah.
Like niggas out here getting rich. Because that was the other crazy shit. I never watched that fucking movie that they was hyping. What's that shit with Cuban Gooding Jr. and
Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, I never in my fucking life watching those shit. They made that shit. Show me the money. All that big time shit about a sports agent. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that nigga was fighting. That nigga was fighting for his client though to get that contract. So that's what they supposed to be doing.
Man, a nigga parent could go do that shit. Like,
no, they can't. They won't. Some niggas do got their. Lamar Jackson had his mom as an agent.
Yeah,
some niggas
but
do.
You got how you said like the owners and pussy ass people won't speak to you because they part of this chain and shit.
Yep.
And close the doors to you. Like you said, they was mad with Rich Paul doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need no college educator to go to Harvard. These sorry ass sports agents, you don't even know if they was in class paying attention to shit.
Yeah.
Around some motherfucker that's connected, being around athletes and shit, and acting like they opening doors and shit. Like, fuck out of here.
Like, you didn't get paid from Nike, Adidas, Puma, all kind of shit to get these players and to find these players and shit.
Yeah, that shit ain't cool at all, man. They do something wrong with this shit.
And then, like I say, Rich Paul and them niggas get so much hate because they're on the outside. But when Rich Paul talk, that nigga he do seem like he's fucking stupid. I don't know if he put in a character or not. That nigga's a fucking dumbass.
Are you just talking like a regular person? You ain't gotta use all them old over the top.
Nah, bro. I ain't saying that. Nigga. I'm saying that his fucking conversation and his conclusions about shit, he speaks like a dumbass.
So I got to listen to him talk. I
remember talking about only niggas that wore Jordans were dope dealers. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? Like, get out of here.
You be basing it off of that? I think I remember hearing people argue about that.
No,
shit.
It was other shit. Yeah, the shit that happened with Austin Reeves and Jaren Jackson. He sounded like a dumbass with that and fucked up Jaren Jackson's money. And what's the other shit you said about LeBron and Jordan? Yeah, all kind of dumb. He speaks like a dumbass. So I don't like that nigga, but whatever. That's Bron's boy.
But it's even some young people that feel that way and shit. But I think it's some generational shit.
No, nobody feels that Bron's better than Jordan, bro. Nobody really
younger
feels
generations, because younger generations don't even acknowledge Jordan's game like that.
Yeah, them niggas are deified Jordan, bro. Like Jordan's a deified. Like they're like talking about Jesus and shit. Like Jordan, no, no one's gonna put anybody over Jordan. I put Kobe over Jordan, but like people don't put nobody over Jordan, bro. Young people, old people, things like that.
Yeah, no, LeBron is in high guards. Even some people may put Steph and all that shit up there.
Look, Steph, KD, Kawhi Leonard, like there's a lot of people that put these players.
Yeah, that's their GOATs, but it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
But
LeBron's the Jay-Z of NBA.
Yeah, they really sat and watched the bulk of the entirety of a career, like they wouldn't do that shit.
And all this shit is promotion. But we don't want to go into that. We don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, promotion is needed, but when you go into factoring things up and measuring people against each other to really, really rate them, like then people come to a conclusion reality. Because I used to do the same thing with Magic. I didn't think Magic was that good until I sat and watched his videos and shit. I was basing off of not seeing him with a crazy handle and shit. And looking at like his moves
you didn't know basketball, that's why.
No, I just like the flashy shit. There's people more flashy above the rim, and I'm looking at it like that and shit.
Yeah, what man? I know boxing, bro. I've said that so many times. I know you niggas don't be listening like that, or you got short-term memory loss. But we've had whole videos about
that's arguable though. That's very arguable.
It's arguable, yeah. But to me, Kobe had tougher competition. And to me, iron sharpens iron, and that's what makes a person better. If you leaps and bounds over everybody, like how good are you? You know what I mean? You never played against nobody equal.
Yeah, I mean that's some arguable shit because Kobe ain't no second to many motherfuckers out there. Like you argue that, yeah, he could be better than Jordan. There's a lot in Kobe's game. Like this motherfucker's amazing ass dude.
Yeah. Well, like Jordan gets to the pass, niggas used to bust Jordan's ass. But you know, he get the ball last, or they'll put Pippen on somebody. Like Glenn Rice and Mitch Richmond, and you know, I mean, there's just plenty of two guards that once Jordan started being two guards started coming up. And you know what I mean? You seen Jordan, he came down a little bit. Instead of when he was flying over white boys and shit and crossing niggas up in the 80s. But you know.
Yeah, Kobe didn't half ass out there on that court.
Hell no. Every night it's a two guard he gotta play defense against. And niggas used to give it to Kobe. T-Mac used to give it to Kobe. Vince Carter made it tough on Kobe. Iverson, we all know how that shit went. Fucking Bonzi Wells, they had slug outs in Portland. Shit, the Spurs, you know, every night, and then Kobe had to play against somebody. It wasn't no Milwaukee Bucks, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Shit like that, and Pacers and shit on his Kobe schedule. Or Jordan playing against white boys and running circles on them and shit.
Right.
There's no Kelly. Kobe didn't play against Kelly Tripucka. And what's the other white boy? Elo.
By Danny Ferry shit.
Yeah, Danny Ferry and shit.
I never get over watching that nigga Danny Ferry piece up. I lost respect for Jordan, but I thought Jordan couldn't fight when I see that shit. I'm looking like when I see that nigga first swing on Jordan, and Jordan didn't do shit. I was like, I thought Jordan was scared of white people. I said, that nigga a bitch. That shit lived in my head for a long time. I lost all respect for Jordan after seeing him not beat the shit out of Danny Ferry.
Yeah, Jordan.
Like, hell no.
That nigga was a man. Nigga hoop, had some cold ass shoes. You know. That's just where it's at with me, man. I don't know. I watch Kobe every night. K-Cal, and Fox Sports West.
Yeah, Kobe did his shit.
Kobe was the man, bro. Honorary Clipper. We was supposed to draft that nigga number 1.
Yeah, they were supposed to draft
his
a lot of people.
Yeah, honorary Clipper. Him and Darius Miles and Q Richards was like best friends.
He said Dwayne Wade was right there. Dwayne was good, but Dwayne ain't near them.
His fall off was near them. It made them like them niggas stay steady throughout. They didn't have no big ass roller coaster drop. He had a roller coaster drop. He was scoring like 8 points a game towards the end.
What did he injure? He had what kind of injury he had?
He kept getting them knee injuries, and then Miami didn't want to pay that nigga. Miami didn't want to pay that nigga. Well, at the top, yeah, D Wade was giving niggas the business. You know what I mean? Finals, he can score. He had that bank shot. I copied their play. We used to have D1, where nigga D Wade bring the ball up and he passes to the out man, had a center set the pick at the top, and he get the ball back. I had to play like that D1. And them niggas used to run that shit for an easy bucket all the time.
Because that was
I got
who
that
was that
feeling.
coaching? That's when Pat Riley did that whole ass shit. Pat Riley a whole
Yeah.
ass. When he seen the right on, but he fired the coach. Who was coaching him before he came?
Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah,
They hated on him. The players hated on him though. So the players kind of got him
well, that's
fired.
because he was doing that shit that Dale Harris did to Kobe a little bit.
No. They just hated on him. I don't know why they don't like him. I think he kept it too real with them niggas.
Van Gundy wasn't getting like time like that.
That nigga was he was ball. He was balling in the playoffs. We were dogging.
Shaq was saying something about that too. But then I was like, when I was looking at, I'm like, damn, they gonna win that shit. And Pat Riley fired that nigga and won the championship the next year and shit.
What you call it? Nah, the players hate on that nigga. They didn't want him back. Like I say, I think he kept it too real with niggas. I don't know. He know his shit. No defense, no sets. So I don't know. I think the nigga probably didn't have no filter. Dwight Howard hated that nigga.
Oh,
and he got a job.
Pat Riley?
No, Van Gundy.
Oh, how was Dwight Howard in Orlando?
Yeah, Orlando. The niggas went to the finals together. Yeah, they lost against the Lakers.
Yeah, I forgot Van Gundy. I'm surprised his brother wasn't getting more jobs.
Right.
He was a whole ass coach too. I don't know how that nigga even was coaching.
Defense, and he's a motivator. That's how he
look like basketball motherfuckers. Like, that shit disgusts the fuck out of me.
Them niggas from the Bay. They're from the Bay somewhere. Like I think it's from Antioch or Pittsburgh, one of them places out there.
They ain't from the People's Bay. They from that old
they're the rich part of the Bay.
Yeah, they from the Patty Hearst shit.
Yeah,
some shit.
Their dad was a coach. Their dad was some kind of famous high school coach or something out there, or where they was at.
Before they integrated schools, he probably coaching during that shit.
Probably.
Then the niggas came in and made him look great.
Went to East Palo Alto and all that shit. Yeah, he's our defensive coordinator. He been like 3 years.
Who?
Jeff, the older brother, Jeff Van Gundy.
Oh, he wasn't one who made a name for himself, huh? What was it?
No, that's the older brother. That's the brother you're talking about.
Oh, that's the one with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Oh, he with the Clippers?
Yeah, he been with us like 3 years.
Oh, I thought that nigga was doing commentary and shit.
No, him and Mark Jackson, they fired him and Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson got fired?
Yeah, when they left, they switched over. That's why they don't do it no more.
Wait, what you talking about? Switched over what? Networks?
Yeah, when ESPN started getting the games back. What was that, like 3 years ago? Yeah, they got fired like 3 years ago.
And so who over at ESPN?
They be having players and shit now. They be having I'll be hearing Richard Jefferson and they be having players and shit.
I thought Mark Jackson was good at what he did. Shit.
He was good. They wanted somebody different. I don't know why.
Man, I hope he find another job. They be dogging my nigga out, man. Shit.
Yeah, nigga. Tough way to go, man. Tough way to go. He's fighting for the Lord. So he say he ain't judging, he ain't switching up his principles.
Yeah, no, I don't blame that nigga. This nigga said, who you want to take the last shot? So Jordan or Kobe? Man, you tripping. Kobe one of the most coldest. I don't think Jordan shot better than Kobe.
I don't either. It's probably the same. And Kobe had a 3.
Yeah, Kobe had a hellified 3. Yeah, so
Kobe
you probably have
3,
Kobe
man.
take that last shot.
He talking about air ball. That's his fucking rookie year. Niggas don't even know the reason he was out there because he brought them back. They couldn't guard his ass, so he started balling and he brought them back. And Lakers, they about to get swept because they didn't play that nigga. They started playing them too late. And niggas started killing in that third game, doing this shit. They gave the nigga the ball. He shot it. Nigga shot it, air ball. They did it again. Shot an air ball, and they came back the next year. Nigga averaging 25.
He had that killer instinct.
Yeah.
All he had to do is get strong. That's all he did. Went in that off season, got strong. Shit.
17-year-old kid. I think he's 18, 17, about to turn 18.
Yeah,
And
fresh
playing
out
the
of high
playoffs
school.
and shit. It gets John Stockton Carl below. Get the fuck out of here, man.
He realized what he needs to do between grown man strength and high school strength.
Mm-hmm. Came back banging.
He corrected that shit real easy.
I respect him. Because a lot of niggas don't fuck. I told you, a lot of niggas don't fuck with Kobe outside of California, but you know what I mean? We seen it. We seen it from the whole growth of that shit. The ups and the downs.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it's crazy how that trial kind of just faded away. But at the time, it was almost like, I wonder, was people really worried like if that nigga was gonna really go to prison over that shit?
He was fighting that shit at first, but they're trying to shake that nigga down. That's what happened. How a nigga rape a bitch that got 3 different niggas semens in her and shit. Right. But he the one that raped her. But
that shit called, and they kept that bitch identity hidden like a motherfucker.
Oh.
Man, Kobe should have aired that bitch out.
Should have. They saw that 90. I think he gave her like 12, 13 million. I forgot how much it was.
I wouldn't get that bitch.
Shipped her up. Did she press charges on that nigga? Could he shake her down? Could he shake her down?
Fuck
this nigga had anal sex with the bitch, all that shit.
I'd have just had to tell my bitch, look, I did this shit. Fuck. Like, bitch, I ain't giving you shit. Like
the Cody shit trying to say he snitched on Shaq. Like, man, let me hear the tape. They got any other fucking tape. Let me hear this tape. They got some bullshit ass transcript talking about.
I think Shaq even believe that shit.
Yeah, they believe that shit. Everybody believes the shit. They put a transcript out. Dirty ass police said that shit. No one ever heard him say that shit. They put that shit in the paperwork. They're like, oh, he snitched on Shaq. They're like, why the fuck were you talking about Shaq in a fucking you in a rape case? Yeah, right. They gonna bring up Shaq. Oh yeah, I know Shaq. Like, you don't fuck. You gonna bring up Shaq?
I was influenced about Shaq. I went to his Shaq in a food party. I thought it was okay.
Bring up Shaq. Of all the fucking people we can talk about, some nigga you don't fuck with.
That was the other thing I hate with LA media, how they'll just divide. They try to divide that fucking team up and the people that played into that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all can't give the media that fucking kind of power, man. Like, and y'all give power to worthless peon ass dudes and shit. Frail ass motherfuckers can interject shit into the atmosphere and people buy into that shit.
Starting shit. And them niggas always talk about, like, nigga, we didn't get it. It wasn't us not getting along. Like, everybody thought we didn't get along. We didn't get, like, niggas loved to fuck each other. Like, Kobe about Shaq had his opinion about Kobe. The thing about Shaq was Kobe didn't let Shaq bully him like that. He didn't like that shit. Nigga putting me in headlocks and socking up on me and shit. Like, nah, they don't fuck around like that. I mean, niggas like that. Shaq like that. He one of them big ass niggas is always fucking around. Niggas slap you too hard and shit. Like, nigga, watch out. I mean, like, you know what I mean? It be niggas like that. Kobe didn't fuck with that shit. Like, they keep your hands off me, nigga.
I don't know why niggas try to normalize that shit. Like, homie, get your little homo ass up off of motherfuckers. A lot of, and that's a thing in sports. A lot of that little hoe ass shit that these niggas be doing. Like, a lot
Kobe
of
didn't fuck with that shit.
So I don't blame Kobe.
They're like, nigga, keep your hands off me. And they don't give a fuck. I don't want to see you naked in my locker room. None of this shit. They're like, chill the fuck out. Shaq on that goofy bully shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
And that shit don't work with everybody. And he grew to respect it.
Shit, he better. Shit.
See, this nigga was out here really working for it. Nigga, like, this nigga go to practice all day and want to play everybody one-on-one for 2 hours. Like, we just came to practice.
Yeah, man, you got to be in hella fire shape to be doing that type of shit.
You play the whole team one-on-one.
Yeah, run up and down the fucking court all day. Like, shit. That's why I was tripping when I was watching these young niggas. I don't know if they in high school or college. Watch how fast these niggas run up and down the court. Like,
man, you know that motherfucker, like, get on a treadmill is already going like 20 miles an hour. Like, hold the fuck up. Let's ease into this shit. Hell nah. The young niggas be getting down like that, bro. I like that shit though. I like being in it. I like being around those atmospheres, man. I be having that sickness. Ball bouncing, gym floor, niggas out there getting to the chili.
Yeah,
I fuck with
I'll be
that shit.
tripping off of that shit. Now nigga older and shit.
For real. So as we coaching my teams, nigga, we have nothing better to do. We'll coach these niggas, and we'll be playing 21. Nigga, niggas don't want to leave. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Like, time to go, homie. Nigga, we still hooping and shit.
Yeah, I wish I can get into that coaching shit.
Yeah, I was in that shit knee deep, football and basketball.
Oh, you ain't doing it no more?
I ain't done no more. I'm gonna do it with my younger son next year. I'm gonna let him play flag football one more year, and then when his middle school, he can start playing pads. These niggas don't know shit, man. I don't want to get my son hurt, dog. Bro, I'm ready to trip on a nigga, bro.
Yeah, because
I don't want to coach
sitting there wanting to watch kids hurt each other and shit.
Yeah, no, the coaches don't fucking know it. They don't know the game, bro. These niggas out here, they calling these Madden plays and shit, not knowing these kids can't block, or nigga, you don't have 5 seconds to throw the fucking ball, or these niggas not running the right way. Like, they're not gonna do none of that shit. Nigga, run power left, power right. Nigga, throw quick slant, throw the Randy Moss toss. Like, stop calling. Man, these coaches be calling motherfucking China routes, and these niggas gotta run 2 or 3 ways, motion 2 or 3 ways, like San Francisco. Like, no, bruh. These are fucking 6th graders, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Teach a nigga how to play. Most of like you can't never get shit popping. Like, I'll be out there with these little niggas go to niggas games, and the line can't block. And they can't block, they don't know who to fucking block.
Right.
You know what I mean? The coaches ain't telling them to get their heads up. I'm like, man, tell these niggas to point out who you gonna block before the game. I mean, for the play. So what they know I'm blocking you, nigga. I'm about to block you, nigga. You don't gotta trick. You ain't finna trick nobody out here.
Right. They don't teach none of the technical shit.
Yeah, the shit to make the shit work. You can't call fucking bubble screens and shit with fucking 6th graders. No, bro. They gonna throw a lateral. They gonna get the play blown up. Somebody gonna intercept that shit. Teach these niggas to slant and a fucking comeback, nigga, and let's play. You gonna pass the ball 10 times a game anyway, running all these stupid ass routes. Leave the fuck out of here, man. Power eye left, power eye right, nigga. Let's bang.
Yeah, a lot of people having issues with that, the coaching in youth football and shit. Or just everything dealing with adults. Like, it was one out there in Florida, the homie talking about, the homie said he was at that shit because his son about to be one of the top niggas in Florida. That nigga was saying he had this one, it's like a youth game, nigga. The coach go over there and bomb on the other coach, nigga. In front of the kids beating each other up and shit.
Man,
that shit was like all over the internet, like a few weeks ago. Like, these niggas is idiots. Idiots,
bro. Idiots. Man, it's a fight. Some damn where in every damn city somewhere in America, this football shit. They got these niggas playing right now. Full pad, full games, and all that shit. They running scrimmages and preseason games right now in the middle of fucking July.
7-on-7s. Yeah, that's what I be seeing with the homie son. It don't look like he got an off season.
Yeah. How the fuck you niggas playing games right now? Y'all only playing games from now to fucking February. And y'all ain't playing the games the kids is. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that shit wild. Like, they don't even have a track season. Like, man. Like for football players, like, they're like right back in all the football. What was a damn football, Pop Warner football game? These that funky ass and had a nerve to tell a nigga it was $10 a head. Yeah, they be doing. Yeah, they doing that a lot with the with some like of the what games and shit. $10, then no fucking way. Hell, that's crazy.
They making money off of that shit. Some of them games you go to, especially on the basketball side of shit, that shit $25 a head.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You can't do people like that, man. Taking a family of five will cost $100. You can get to an NBA game for $25.
It's just way too much money going into that exploitation and shit.
And you don't see where the money going because you still gotta pay for your kids' uniforms and shoes and travel expenses.
Yeah, it's going in pockets. Yeah, not so much the parking for the youth ones, but I never been into a youth one where you pay for parking. All right, I? No, I have been to one. When I went to the one in California, they did charge for parking. And then you couldn't park nowhere else, but then they charge you to pay to get in too.
Man, I'm a nigga. I'm tripping off the price. I'm tripping hard. I'm gonna say something.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Hold up, homie. I'm fucking playing here and the Clippers. They get $25 a head. You can get to an NBA game for $25.
Yeah, no, they everything big money and shit, man. And that's the problem.
Man. Major problem, homie.
Everybody
shit, man. I ain't got nothing else, homie.
Yeah, I got nothing. Wait for West Coast. Man, I've been seeing the Coverup interviews. We can talk about that shit tomorrow.
I think the album coming out this Friday. So
that's why him and Battle Cat making their rounds and shit.
Yep. I think this rollout been cool. I like it. So I'm probably doing Coverup tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll play some shit too. I'm happy to hear his story. I'm happy to hear him get out here and talk about who he is and what what got him to him being Coverup. I like all that shit.
Yeah,
I was hearing him talk about even Red Rum. That was my first time hearing them talk about Red Rum and shit.
Oh, the Illinois community.
I heard him on Back on Fig.
Oh, Back on Fig. Yeah, I didn't watch the video, but that's what he talking about Red Rum.
Yeah, because they got talking about banging on wax. He's talking about Red Rum. That's what he said where he learned his gangster and shit when he came to California and shit. He learned all that from Red Rum. He's saying whatever his rap name before he changed over to Red Rum.
Yeah, them niggas are blood cousins.
Yup.
I'm gonna watch that shit. I ain't gonna watch it. The nigga Scholar hit me, but I don't feel like talking no more.
All right.
I want to lay down.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm out this joint.
Oh, for sure, really. I'll at you.
All right, for sure. We on tomorrow. All right, peace out, everybody. We gone.